can't promise that I won't burst into tears before I finish talking. I'm really emotional this morning. Anyway, this is what we have been doing, is preparing, writing resources. And if you go onto the website, when it's finally complete, you'll see these 6 different tiles. They each have their own separate theme. So you can see local and global community, now and in the past, charity versus solidarity, and more similar than being different. Now, they focus on the past, and the ones below them, the climate justice, future thinking, Lesotho innovation, and youth enterprise, is more about the future of international linking. So they will be the 6 areas. Now within those 6 areas, then if you were to click on, for example, yes. So within those themes, you have these additional subjects. In each one of them, you can have information about Wales, regarding early Wales, and then you would have one about Lesotho. You would have Wales in the 1800s, you would have Lesotho in the 1800s, and so on. And that applies to all of those top 3, and then down to climate justice. And then the last 2 are slightly different. They will, the Futures Thinking is the film that you've just seen, and there's a teaching resource in there for delivering futures thinking, how to teach that. We all understand what the future means, and I think we can probably grasp what futures thinking means, but actually delivering that to your students is really something quite different. So there's a resource in there that can help you do that, and it does focus on the link between Wales and Lesotho, but it is adaptable. You can change it to any subject you wanted. And then the last one will be different case studies about Lesotho innovation, and there will be some sport ones, business, there'll be lots of different case studies in there. I'm just going to show you a quick example of Welsh national dress, though there will also be one on Lesotho national dress. So everything that is in the first 4, you will have an equivalent for Lesotho. So this one is about national dress, as it says, and what you'll find is it'll give you some background information about dress, some images, and then on the second slide, on the second sheet, it goes into a bit more detail about a certain area of that subject. And here we're looking at weaving and tapestry and the Welsh blanket, because obviously there are similarities between that and the Lesotho blanket. And then on this final page, you have suggested activities linked to the theme. Then you have further links, so if you want to do any extended learning, if you want to see any video clips relating to any of the activities, you can click on some of those links there. So I always like to put a little bit of additional stuff down in the corner. And I've also put on each one a futures thinking question. It's not something you have to do, but obviously this is a futures thinking project, and the question then will relate to the theme. So this is dress, and I've put what might people wear to celebrate being Welsh in the future. And that's something we need to think about, because we need to maintain our heritage and our identity, and dress is one part of that, so it's extremely important. And futures thinking is about looking ahead and about how we maintain that and can improve it. So that's a resource, that's an example of what it will look like. And now I'm going to hand you over to Walter Godfrey. Walter, sorry, keep it right there. Sorry. I was looking at Godfrey.
Okay. Hello everybody, I'm Walter Sengai. I'm from the National University of Lesotho. I lecture in the Faculty of Education. I introduce myself as someone who teaches teachers how to teach. So in this case, basically we teach history teachers how to teach history. And when we look at this Futures Thinking project, basically what we are doing is we get the resources from the people who are obsessed about detail, like Godfrey, and then we get the detail, we get the content, and we take it to the classroom. Then we say, here is the content. How best can we break this content down and deliver it to school children? What are the best methods which fit the themes? That's why we talk about the resources. We will say, this for this lesson here, the best way that the teacher can deliver it to the learners so that they can understand is this way. These are the methods, these are the activities, these are the questions. Basically, we present everything to make it easy for the teacher to deliver lessons on these activities. And basically, what we are saying is, that's why you see there is me and Rachel when working with the resources, because we are saying the situation in Lesotho is, in as much as we are more similar than different, we are saying we want to draw the lessons to specific contexts, lessons which suit Basotho, and lessons which suit the Welsh learners. So that's why we come up with different activities for the different contexts. I can talk until the cows come home. Thank you.